Oh hey gang, I'm Luke and welcome to Down from the Attic. So, it's time to head back to that danger-filled splat of land, Fireball Island, with a brand new expansion, Spider Springs. Let's get this thing down and have a look at it.
First off, box art. Well, I mean, you've come to expect quality from these and it doesn't disappoint. Wonderful artwork again, and for all the crybabies out there that complained about the quality of the box, well, Restoration took your complaints on board and yeah, this is undeniably an upgrade. I had no complaints with the old boxes, the four walls stopped the parts of my game from rolling off everywhere as a box does, but this is nice. What does Spider Springs come with? Well, a new moulded island piece, oh yes. And unlike the Crimson Cutlass add-on, which was its own island, this island piece gets added to the main island. As with previous island pieces, there's a lot of lovely attention to detail here. Waterfalls, spider webs, and I love the skeleton wrapped up in spider webs. This isn't Frodo Baggins, is it? Remove the cardboard scrim from the Vulcar side of the island and the new tray fits underneath. Fantastic! And this really makes an already large game even larger. Included 2 are 20 yellow spiders, 13 spider eggs, a long wooden bridge, 3 ember marbles, a broken bridge piece, and the cards. Setup: well, naturally you put the island piece in place the bridge spanning the gap. 4 spiders are added into the pit and the remaining spiders are put into the maw. The spider eggs are put onto the spots on the new island piece with this large egg placed here. Remove this palm tree at the back of Vulcar and fit the broken bridge with an ember marble balanced here. Two other ember marbles are added to the island and we're ready to play. The Spider Springs add-on gives you as a player some really big incentives for going over there. You get there via the cave system, same as you did with the Crimson Cutlass, and with 1 to 3 caves listed on Spider Springs, you're gonna get there no matter what you roll with the dice, which is great, puts choice square in your hands. The first reason for going over there is a new snapshot space worth 10 points, double the standard snapshot value. There's only 2 of these snapshots and getting one has a big advantage to your chances of winning. However, this space is also an unstable space and you have to stop there. And with this being sat so close to this ember marble, well, someone might choose to make your life a little tough for you. The other treasures here are the spider eggs, worth 1 point each. Now, I know what you're thinking, that doesn't sound like a lot, does it? Well, at the end of the game, the person with the most eggs gets an additional 12 points. In the case of a tie, it's the player with the largest egg. Again, this is a significant points boost and warrants you going over there. The eggs too have a special attribute to them. If they fall over and roll from their starting positions, you don't return them to where they were, but rather let them waddle around the board. And you can pick up multiple at a time. But how do these eggs get rattled loose? Well, this is where the broken bridge comes into play. Playing an ember marble, you can opt to flick this marble and have it land on the latch for the spring, sending the spiders flying. However, I'm seriously impressed on how well this is designed. Playing a Cataclysm and having Vulcar facing towards Spider Springs, a fireball has the potential of rolling out into the broken bridge and knocking this ember marble free and causing chaos. This is really fantastic stuff and I love seeing how a move like a Cataclysm can cause carnage all over the board and Spider Springs like this. So, the spiders spring everywhere. So what did it do? Well, any that land in this trough in front of the spring, called the crevasse, can be placed anywhere. On the main island, on Spider Springs, Crimson Cutlass, anywhere. So what I hear you saying? Well, spiders are -1 points. And there's 20 of them. And that's quite a dent into anyone playing. Laying them tactically on paths to block or ward off opponents is a tricky move, and you could be a real arse and just circle them around the foe, so no matter which way they head, they're getting spidered. And players near caves will feel this the most. 4 spiders are added back into the spring and the spring resets, ready to be set off again and more spiders added to the island. You can begin to see where this is going, but my friend, you ain't seen nothing yet. Included with the add-on are new cards, new action cards and new souvenirs. Souvenirs are spider gift box, which allows you to generously donate spiders to another player, and a spider repellent spray, which allows you to deposit 3 spiders you have back into the maw. Pretty handy. The new action cards include Aftershock, in which you put a single fireball down Vulcar. I like this a lot, let's be honest, everyone loves putting marbles down Vulcar, and getting more chances to do this, it's all good fun. The other action card allows you to flick an ember marble, and a reward for not knocking yourself over, move an additional 4 spaces, handy when you're racing towards the helipad. The big new inclusion to the action cards, however, is the Arachnoclism, and these are just absolutely insane fun. Playing one of these, it goes into the Cataclysm tracker like a normal Cataclysm. The difference here is, you pick 4 spiders from the maw and drop them down Vulcar first. The spiders are very light, and as you pour the marbles into Vulcar, they'll be pushed around the island, scuttling to every corner. With any spiders from the spring also being free to be pushed about, this leads to a mad, anarchic arachnid spread across the island. The spider positions constantly changing, and it's an ever-moving threat to your final score. Aftershocks and ember marbles can be used to nudge spiders around the island too, and honestly, I adore this. Included with this expansion too is a Submarine Card, another way for you to escape the island once you have your snapshots. The key difference here is that when you enter the submarine, you don't take a treasure from the maw as you would when entering the helicopter, but it definitely gives those players around the back of Vulcar a fighting chance of getting off the island in time during the end game. Additionally, if there's no treasures left in the maw but the spiders, yep, you guessed it, you take a spider. Congratulations, you made it off the island safely. Here's a dent to your points. So, final thoughts for Fireball Island Spider Springs. This is the expansion to get for Fireball Island. If you're going to get one, get this. I loved The Last Adventurer and I loved Crouching Tiger, Hidden Bees, but this one perfectly complements the original base game. What makes me say that? Spider Springs is an add-on that adds to and affects the entire original island. Its effects are felt far and wide across the original game, and honestly, I can't fault it. I complained in my Last Adventurer add-on review that the snakes were all confined to this side of the island, and in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Bees, the beehives were all on this side of the island. Nothing about both of those expansions felt like it affected the whole of Fireball Island. And with all 3 previous expansions, you needed to be really lucky to draw a card to actually activate those add-on packs. Spider Springs is different in this case in that you can activate the Spider Spring with an Ember Marble or a Fireball. It perfectly complements the original mechanics of the base game and feels like such a natural progression of the game. Placing spiders on Passput's choice back into the player's hands and having them shunted around the island keeps that mad frantic element. The additional exit point with the submarine allows for some interesting strategies during the final moments of the game. The additional snapshot space and the spider eggs give you something to go and explore that new region for. Play with the Crimson Cutlass too, which also has a 10-point snapshot space, and you're a good 20 points ahead already. Playing with Crouching Tiger, Hidden Bees, the bees do have a tendency to push all the spiders down to Dock Run or the beachside, and it does kind of ruin the effect of the spiders there. But as a standalone expansion, this is a terrific addition, and one I can see me playing with for most games here on in. It's just that good. I can't recommend this one enough. If you've got the base game for Fireball Island, you should absolutely pick this up. It's a fantastic addition. Well, as always, I'm Luke, and thanks again for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.